better way to kick off the Cowboys training camp edition of Sports Sunday than to go right to the horse's mouth. It's our annual chat with the man in charge. Our Chase Shannon is standing by with the man himself. He's in Oxnard with Jerry Jones. Chase.
Hey, Don, I'm here with owner Jerry Jones. The Dallas Cowboys wanted to tell you that old coach Tom Foolery down in San Antonio says hi. That's who we're talking to right now.
Well, I can't tell you how much we do miss San Antonio. We've never don't appreciate the fact that over 90% of the fans in San Antonio are Dallas Cowboy fans, and so we're very proud of that, and we're going to get back there one of these days with the training camp.
And those fans definitely want to know more about Ezekiel Elliott. It's day 3. He's not here. When should they start to be worried?
Well, I don't think really worry will do any good. What we need to do is take advantage of these circumstances. We don't have Zeke in camp. We should take and give this opportunity to some very talented younger backs that we've got, or backs that might not have had as much training camp with Zeke here. We've actually been criticized that, for instance, on third down, that because Zeke has the stature and as the player he is, that we may go to Zeke more than we should be trying to pass the ball or use what we're going to be working on in camp with these younger backs. So this could make us a better football team, and that's not being overly positive.
Switching to quarterbacks, you look at the market right now for the position. Are you comfortable letting Dak become a part of that kind of club, that elite level contract status?
Yes, and I think the club, I would say, is our opportunity to have a long-term franchise quarterback, and to have one that has got the seasons under his belt and the record and what he's shown us. If Dak had been in last year's draft and you had a number 1 pick, I would have used it on Dak, based on what we've seen in the NFL over the last 3 years. He's sound as you can be off the field. He takes what he hears in the classroom, takes it to the field better than anybody I've seen. I'm really glad to have the opportunity to have him as our quarterback.
And speaking of markets, you look at also the running back market, the wide receiver market. Do you think you can get all 3 deals done kind of under those types of lucrative deals to where you can keep the roster as it is now as well?
Well, that's not only a accurate observation. We've got as much talent as we've had maybe ever. And the dollars that we're negotiating with Zeke about, or the dollars that we negotiate with Dak, are the dollars that we're going to pay Cooper. Are they the dollars that we're going to pay the left tackle or the right tackle to protect them? Are they the dollars we're going to pay the linebackers to get the ball back so that we can score? It all has to come underneath our cap, and that's why we've got to say, hey, Zeke, Dak, we know that all of us want the most money and all we can get, but we've got to have enough to go around to keep this team together.
You mentioned the other day at the State of the Cowboys that you want head coach Jason Garrett to be around as long as you can spell it. So why didn't you guys extend him back in February?
Well, I think that we have the luxury. We've got a great relationship. I've had a relationship with him as a player or a coach for over 20 years. And so I'm comfortable that if things go like we'd all like for them to go, that I can look to him about the future. I'm also, though, cognizant of the fact that we need to improve. We need to win more games. We need to go further into the playoffs. To the extent that not having everything buttoned down, a little ambiguity helps us along that way, then that would be a part of the reasoning.
So does that make this a make or break then for him? Do you need to get past to an NFC championship?
That's 2 bright lines. That's too clear cut, make or break, because there's varying degrees of what is good. And I could envision a case where we didn't go to the Super Bowl, and yes, we extend Jason's contract. But it also has to do with the very tangible things about the team, how we're playing, what were the circumstances behind how we didn't get to the Super Bowl. I know this, if you looked around and looked at the number of coaching changes that were in the NFL, had Jason been available this year to be a head coaching candidate in the NFL, he'd have been snapped up yesterday.
Excellent. Jerry, thank you so much.
Good to be on with you.
Don, we'll send it back to you.